What happened to my wife, Chantel, part 3. Okay, so you've seen probably the first two videos, parts of the videos. Part 1, I explained to you what happened on the night of January 8, 2022. Um, Part 2, I talked to you about how there was little messages and hints that were all preparing me for that day of January 8, 2022. And in this video, I want to talk to you about what are the things that I actually miss. And I think this is important because, like I was saying at the end of the part 2 video, a lot of these dating coaches, relationship shows, and all this, they're lying to you. They're telling you to focus on things that don't matter. They're not the things that you truly miss when a person is no longer in your life. And there's a difference between breaking up with someone and someone's no longer physically in this world. So you don't have the opportunity to just talk to them when you want to and do all of these things. And so the things that you're going to miss about them are the things that you two shared the most. So one of the things that I miss about Chantel is hearing her laughter. She used to laugh. Like if you said a joke or something that was really funny, she would laugh and then she would snort. Then she'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It was such a cute thing. And I used to love that about her because she was such a happy soul. But like, I miss hearing her laugh and hearing that snort, man. Like, the things that I would give up just to hear that right now, I'll probably give up all the land I've accumulated just to hear her laugh and snort one more time. The second thing that I miss is her glasses. Like she used to always have to do this with her glasses, pick them up. And if you dated someone with glasses, they fall down and she would have to pick them up. And I used to just always tease her about it. I act like I'm wearing glasses and do that because she used to get so annoyed. She's like, "Oh, you and your perfect eyesight, like you just don't understand." And I used to be jealous because I'm like, man, I want to wear glasses. Like I look good in glasses. And so like I miss just seeing her do that. The third thing that I miss from Chantel is her calling me Hupster. Like she used to always wake up, "Oh, good morning, Hupsters. Good morning, hey Hupsters. Hey, do you want this, Hupsters?" Like it was always Hupsters. I used to love being called that, man. It felt good it felt great being a husband. Let me be honest with you. It was a really great feeling, and I'm very privileged to have accomplished that and lived that part of my life. It's something that I really appreciate being able to experience. Um, One of the other things that I miss about her is our conversations. We used to just spend hours talking together, man. Like we would go hours upon hours. It used to be nice. Like we say good night, love you, and then we'll roll over, start talking to each other. Especially if it was a good movie or something like that. The conversations were just amazing. Like when you really find a partner that you can converse with, and it's like there's nothing you can't talk about. It's such a great feeling. Like that's why I tell people like so many of us have been taught to be focused on the money things. He need to buy you this or she need to cook for you. Those things don't matter, man. It's the things you do when there's nothing to do that really matter. I miss cooking for her, to be honest with you. I used to love to cook for her. And people didn't know that. Like I was the cook in the family. I used to love cooking for her. I hate I don't have the pictures on my old Facebook. I deleted that account. I used to make a lot. I used to throw down in the kitchen back when we used to eat meat. I used to throw down when people would come visit. It was something I really loved doing was cooking for her because she made me feel great. And just seeing her happiness eating the food, it made me happy. And then I'm gonna share two more things of what I miss about her. The second to last thing I miss about her is her intellect. She was the smartest person I ever ran across in my life. I never seen someone as intelligent as her. The way she would solve problems, the way she would do things, it had me in awe every moment I was with her. Like when she finished her doctorate degree in 1 year with a broken laptop. I was so mad at her when she finally told me the laptop was broke. I'm like, dude, you're sitting here doing a doctoral degree. Why didn't you tell me your laptop broke? I was like, you could have took mine or I would have bought you a new one. She's like, oh, I didn't want to bother you. I'm like, you bothering me not telling me. Like, and it was just that selfishness of her, like selflessness of her. She didn't want to be a burden, like, and it used to drive me crazy. I'm like, dude, I want to do stuff for you. Like, this is what I worked my butt off to earn my money for. Is like, let me get you things. Like, I'm not going to tell you no. That's one thing. Like, everybody knew. Like, if she wanted something, I would never tell her no. Like, when she wanted to go to the Beyonce concerts, okay, here's the money. Um, get your tickets. When she wanted to go, if it was a trip or a cruise, hey, here's the money. Let's go. Um, and I miss spoiling her, man. Like, I miss spoiling her. I really do, because she deserved it. She was such an awesome human being. She deserved the world, and I wanted to give her as much of this world as possible. And then the last thing that I miss most about her is looking into her eyes. She had the most kindest, softest eyes in the world. When I looked into her eyes, it just showed innocence. It showed love, caring, compassion. It showed someone who was raised with a good upbringing, who was raised to be a good person, but also embodied on being a better person. Um, yeah, looking into her eyes was like amazing, man. It was like every time I would look into her eyes, I knew there was a God, because the Creator brought her to me. And so, like, if you're really someone that's out there looking for love in a relationship, focus on those little things, man. Don't be out here focused too much on the money. Yes, a guy should be a provider, um, but really focus on how that guy or that lady is going to boost you, help you grow. That's going to push you to the next level. Because one of the things with Cece and with Chantel and I, so here's the reason why I keep saying Cece. I know people probably like, why does he keep calling his wife Cece if her name's Chantel? Cece stood for Chantel Cheney. However, because we were building a business, online business, we had our own coaching business at the time and all of these things, we used her moniker Cece. So I developed the ability to, whenever I speak online about her, I refer to her as Cece because Chantel was mine. So that's why I keep making that mistake now. I know subconsciously I'm filming and Chantel is mine, but for filming and social media, I just share Cece. So that's why I keep making that mistake if you're wondering why. But yeah, Chantel was an awesome person, man. I hope everyone in this world finds their version of a Chantel that fits them, that completes them. Because when you find the yin to your yang, your life just starts growing to a place that you never imagined was true. And let me just leave it here. I'm gonna make this a short video. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. So this video, I'm going to leave this right now as a 3-part series. I'm going to be sharing more stuff about our relationship, some of our dates, some of the things we did, even some of the marriage counseling that we were doing online, some of the things that we were using to grow from a psychological point of view and a spiritual point of view. I'm going to start sharing more of those in the future, but I just wanted to get this off. I knew this is going to be kind of heavy and deep, and so I don't want to force this video to go a lot longer than it have to. But that was just some of the things that I miss about her the most. And just remember this, I'm Jason. Success is simple once you know how.